Hello, my name is Daniel Gramillion, and this is week 8 for our final presentation. For my business use case, I am doing auto insurance machine learning development. The key points of this business use case is that what it will be doing is creating and implementing a new machine learning software that will not only generate auto insurance quotes, but also generate an acceptance percentage for insurance agents and management to view so that they can understand the possibility that a client may or may not accept the insurance quote provided. This machine learning algorithm will output the acceptance percentage to help them kind of focus on potential clients with the likelihood of are they going to accept the quote or are they not. So it will help eliminate wasted time for agents to kind of go down and track down people that are probably not going to accept the quote anyways. And this new software will actually be threaded into the existing infrastructure, the existing server farms, and the operating systems, which are all sufficient to handle this new machine learning program. The key objectives to this software is that management wants it to help reduce the loss of customers by 10% within the next 12 months, acquire 5% more customers than average over the next 12 months, and then also help agents to follow up with new quotes with an above 50% threshold of acceptance weekly. So this will help them focus again on those clients with a higher likelihood of accepting the insurance quote. This new technology, when implemented, will help the organization to retain customers, gain customers, and reduce wasted time for insurance agents. Now, the business and technical requirements are outlined within the whole business case, but what they are, they're emphasizing what this new program will help provide and what is actually needed to make this run. There will, of course, need to be financial resources provided by management to help build, test, and implement the program. But there will not have to be any type of financial resources set aside because the existing infrastructure will be used. There's no additional hardware that needs to be purchased or any additional software other than the one being created. The operating systems as well, they will have to be checked to make sure that they're all in the same operating system, but anything that's not will just be updated so that they're all in the same version. The program will be built in conjunction with the existing Microsoft operating system and Microsoft 2012 servers to ensure that there's no conflict in the program, and then will be updated as needed towards future projects. Lastly, the machine learning development will need a consultant during this piece because the existing IT team for the company does not have an experienced machine learning programming developer. So a machine learning development consultant will need to be brought in for the duration of the project to help ensure that the algorithms are correct, the program is correct, and the implementation goes the way that it's supposed to. Now, the reason why this is needed is because insurance agents, like previously talked about, waste a lot of time after giving out quotes trying to track down people. They're going back trying to find out, hey, did you get your email? Did you get my phone call? Trying to figure out if that's a good quote or if they need to get a new one. It's a lot of wasted time and therefore a lot of wasted financial resources for the company. So what this acceptance percentage calculator will do, it will actually help the insurance agents focus on those clients with an above 50% acceptance rate. So if they're at 60, 70, 80% acceptance, they want to focus on those customers, follow-up emails, follow-up phone calls on those. But those potential customers with a 10, 20, 30% possibility of acceptance, they don't want to waste their time on them. If they call back and accept, that's awesome, but they can focus on those with an above 50% acceptance rate so that they have less wasted time during the day, better use of their resources throughout the day, and better financially on the back end because they will get more people accepting to bring more clients in and then actually help retain those clients. Because if they have a client that's returning again, you're giving them a new quote and you're seeing that they're probably not going to accept, they can kind of rework your quote or help focus on those clients that they can get to accept the quote so that they can retain those customers. Now, the timeline of the project, it will take 9 weeks from completion once the approval and the funding is given to start the project. The detailed timeline, like everything else, can be found in the business use case, but tentatively it's set to start January 6th, right after the new year 2020. The concept models will be completed with the assistance of the consultant, and everything will be finalized with the stakeholders prior to starting the coding for the new technology. Then the coding, programming, and testing will take 5 weeks to complete. This will be the longest part of the entire project. It will happen from week 3 to week 7, and this is where everything will be programmed, tested, completed, and then it gives enough time during those 5 weeks that if anything needs to go back and be redone, they can reprogram during that time. The last 2 weeks of week 8 and 9, it will be reviewing, implementing, and actually training the new software for the agents and even management to understand how the process is working. Now, there are a couple of important concerns that have been identified for this project that I believe can be overcome but needs to be considered. The first is during the creation, like previously stated, there will need to be a machine learning expert. This does not need to just be someone that understands the process. This needs to be someone who is qualified, who has done machine learning software development before, and is able to be there for the entire 9 weeks of the project so that they can help design, help code, help test, and help implement. If a poor machine learning expert is chosen, it could potentially take a lot longer to complete the project or may not be able to complete the project at all without the right consultant. So that is the first main concern that is there. The second main concern, which may be an issue, is the amount of raw data that they have. The more data that the machine learning algorithm can go through, the more accurate the percentages will be. This doesn't mean that it won't output anything, but the first few weeks or even a month or even 6 months that it's giving out quotes, they may be a little bit off. But the goal is within the first 6 to 12 months, after it has enough raw data, has enough percentages given out, and can gather that data if people actually accept or not, they will become more and more accurate. So it's one concern that management wants these percentages to help decrease lost customers and gain new customers. And this percentage calculator will help, but they should not expect it within the first month or two to be the perfect system. It will take more time to gather that raw data so that it can have more to analyze and provide better percentages. This is just kind of my outline of the business use case. Please review my document with all information. It has all the charts, the workflows, it has the stakeholders, personal responsibilities for everybody, a breakdown on the timeline, and pretty much everything for the business use case. It's been a fun course. Thank you very much. Have a good one.